What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Space Program. My name is Luke Maurer, and we are going to start off episode 2 strong here. Alright, so as you can see, I did a little bit of work while in between episodes. We're trying to get rid of these two small little areas here. And I said we were going to build our main bit of our factory over in this area up here. But I've decided that we are just going to get rid of all this, and this land in between is going to be the start of our main factory. So I'm going to run a little montage here of what took place during those couple hours in between episodes. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you when you guys get back. Now that that's over, we are going to get into the real bit of work here. There's about 1,000 copper left here that's going to be mined, and a couple hundred little iron left to be mined. So while that's finishing up, I have to go over here and collect a different type of resource that we have not started collecting yet, and that would be stone. Now, stone isn't that important. We only use it for pretty much mainly storage devices. Oh, let me get out of here. And we're going to cut down a couple of these trees. But stone is used for a couple devices that we need. But what is going to happen is I'm going to make a separate stone facility over here. As you also seen during that little montage, I was able to unlock the splitter. So that is what we were looking for last episode and didn't have enough time to research. So let me just go in here and get mining. So we're going to have one there. And we'll do one, I'll just do the top end of it. Make it more effective. We're going to put, I'll make it its own separate system here. So we've got a little bit of wind on this lake that will generate up here. I kind of like to place the wind turbines around the water, around the edges of stuff. Alright, so we are going to immediately take the raw resources here. Ooh, and this is where those splitters come in. So if I go in here, I want to build just one splitter for right now. But what that'll do is it'll make these routes, it'll put 2 and 1 out. So what we're going to make with stone is going to be this material right here. Stone bricks. So we melt down the stone and form stone bricks. So we are going to 1, 2, 3, hit tab, give it a space in the middle. Now what that space in the middle allows me to do is to get a little Tesla tower right in the middle that'll power all this. So we're going to set that there, and that'll power this whole production. So now these are smelting factories, so these are what needs melted down. So we're gonna smelt stones there. So we're gonna, I believe, what do I have to? Oh, shift. I just have to. Yeah. Okay. So I can copy and paste that material down the line. So we're going to get a couple more of these things out of the way. So what we're going to build is our main logistics. So we're going to have a splitter down here at the end. We're going to have it to come out of the splitter. We're going to run it down the center here. And then we're going to have a bunch of stone go in. I'm so used to my droids being a lot faster at this. That'll come with time. Hopefully by the end of this episode we'll get everything up and running and we will have blue research and we'll start doing that. So as you can see, what's going to happen is I'm going to pull up my inventory here and I'm going to put stone down the line. It will be picked up and it will be put into each one of these furnaces. And then we will get stone bricks on the other side. So we're just going to set all 100 of these on this rail. Okay, we're out. So this will get us a nice layer of stone bricks. Now this is what I was talking about with the splitter. So with the splitter, we can go like this, take in stone from this direction, and also at the same time take in stone from this direction. That way it takes it equally from both sources. So you'll see it'll start going every other one now onto this line. This will keep it running quite smoothly, and it'll always make sure it gets stone here to the very end. So we gotta wait for stone to come in. We're gonna have that stone come out, and then we are going to store that stone. I need another storage. Yeah, let's build a couple of them. Actually, I need to build a lot of these. So we'll have a bunch of those build up too in the inventory. So now you can see we're gonna finish these tracks and we're gonna start pulling the stone out as stone bricks. So everything that's gonna be on this second line coming out, stone bricks. This episode is going to be a lot more in depth as to building stuff wise. We're going to get a bunch of stuff automated and it'll make building things a lot quicker in the future, so we don't have to wait here for stuff to craft up. Actually, I'm going to slide this down one more spot. Actually, you know what? I'll put it on the end there. Run this track into here. That way we can just keep everything in a line. Those won't have power though. Now they do. So they're gonna start storing in there, and I always like to tick this box down. What this does is it helps you limit the inventory of a storage. I always tick these down by one box. That way if I have any extra in my inventory that I just want to dump in here, I can. Alright, so we got stone production, and let's go check this out. Alright, so iron, this entire vein has been completely mined up. As you can see from last time, it is all stored in the boxes behind it. So we've got all that iron stored up. Now, it's kind of a bit of a spaghetti in here. I don't know where I'm going to be pulling from to start with, so I'm just going to get rid of all the connections here. And we're going to figure out what box we're pulling from and then kind of shift everything in that direction. So we get a bunch of these back. So all that iron that we had in the first episode here, that entire vein's mined up, and this copper one is still slowly but surely. There's about 400 left, getting its way worked into the boxes over here. So I'm going to actually cut this. As you can see, we also unlocked with the splitters. These are level 2 sorters. So these just move a little bit quicker. The green ones move a little bit quicker than the orange ones. We're still running on coal power here. I don't know how exactly. Oh well, that's why. So stone's still filling up. Look at that, we got 400 stacks already. Or 4 stacks, so 100, 400 total. That is nice. Okay, so one of the first things we're looking to get out of here is going to be we want a line of iron. So same thing as we did with the stone. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna end up filing everything this way to this last one here, and then we'll pull from it there. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So everything's going to be pulled from this box here. So what we'll do is we'll put 1, 2, 3. We'll keep those all attached to one another. We're going to put a splitter here. That's under logistics. I know I can build a matrix lab. Quit telling me. Getting too far ahead. Okay, please move. So we'll put a splitter here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull iron out of this. Like that. And then the first line of iron is going to come down here. Stop there, and this is going to be in charge of making ingots. So I'm going to copy that down the line, add a power source. Put a storage unit on the end. We're going to take this, put it down on this end, just like that. And then we're going to, of course, be taking the iron out of these and putting it back there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, I did these wrong. Oh, is there a flip button for these? I did those wrong, so basically what I'm telling it to do now is to take ingots out on this side. This is an inside, so we gotta click on the track first and then put it into the ingot maker. Somehow this one isn't getting electric, it's right outside. So what I'm actually going to do is just take that one and we're going to move it a bit this way. That way it's covered and it'll cover the iron being pulled out of this side. So as you can see, now the iron's going to be flowing into these ingot makers. There we go. And it's going to be flowing into storage here. So I think I need, since I think I need to craft another storage. Oh, I need stone. So we gotta walk over here. So instead of crafting it from stone itself, I'll just take, okay, 74. So now we should be able to more easily craft up storage. I believe I should be able to select multiple things. I haven't made blueprints yet. There's eventually a way where you can make a blueprint, because all we're going to basically be doing is copying the same format above it. But let me see what I need, because these I don't believe are they're not used by themselves right now. So this will be, gears are used by themselves. So what we'll do is we'll have another iron factory off that. So we'll take that splitter up here, same thing, run it down the same length. There. Going to put these in right across from each other. Hit tab once to get us that space in the center. Boom. Actually, this one, because I might have to set this one up a bit different. Is how many iron does it take to make just one? So one iron ingot. I could just, so what I'll do is I'll double the iron ingot making, have it all go into here. That's what I'll do. So we're just gonna, sorry, I thought I had this better planned. So I think if we have I guess I could have left the track. It's going to be the same. I need to have a couple more splitters here. Because eventually this is going to fill up. So what I'll do is I'll put a splitter on the end of this one. Because ingots have importance over gears. I pretty much just built the same thing. So once ingots fill up, it'll allow me to make gears. So what I'll do is I will put a splitter here on the end. This will go into this, and they'll both feed iron ingots into here. This will come down here, and then we're going to go and get into the fabrication side of things. How close can I put it? The problem is we are waiting. Oh, that's all gone. So we can automatically expand, and that way we have a lot more room. So that's... we just got a lot more room here to expand. Now that all that copper's mined up. So what I'll do is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have to put one. It's not going to be even. Put one here and one here, just for even sake. And what these will be is these will be making gears. Gears, bring them down, get shot out here, here. Conveyor belts. Alright. So we're going to let that build up. This should almost be full already, yeah. So I might even double stack that. That way iron ingots. We should have a ton of iron ingots. For right now we'll just do single. I'm trying to think. Because even that's a ton. So what this will do is we'll split that, so half of it will go to making gears and the other half will continue being made into iron ingots. So now we need a lot more of these. We're going to start making iron ingots on the second belt. Pushing them out. And I'm going to need a couple more of these made. So now you can see it splits it both ways, 50-50, and the iron is going to get filled up, and once that's filled up, it is going to transfer the rest. Oh, that's not loaded. I'm waiting on those to be made. We're going to also make, while that's in the queue, we're going to produce a couple more of these, because the sorters you go through quickly when you're building this kind of stuff. And right now you can see that there's 3 ways I can put this into the manufacturing facility here. That is because some things it takes multiple components for. So something might take a gear or with a microchip or stuff like that. It'll get more complicated the farther we go. So that's going to start filling up with gears. All right. This one here doesn't have electricity, but I can fix that here in a second. All right, we're on our way. Got a nice little production facility up and running. And we almost went through the whole first thing of steel. So with the ingots, we're gonna just slowly funnel them towards the front. Which at the beginning here, it might take a while. So we'll just funnel one at a time, filling each one of these. So we'll make this one go here, this one go here. And eventually it'll slowly start to empty this big storage facility of iron as it's used up. Oh, this one doesn't have power either. What the heck? Must be just outside of the range. So we got iron ingots making up. Alright, that's almost full. And we got gear slowly filling up. That is good, that is good. What is the next thing on our list? So we got, oh, magnets. Now magnets, I believe, are pretty much only used as components in the beginning for these magnet coils. And then we also have these here. I'm trying to think how to do this. So I'm gonna want actually a line of extra steel. So I gotta make a couple more splitters here. So while that's being made up, plan is that in the beginning, copper ingots are only used as materials to build other things. They're not really used as a resource in buildings and such. So the bulk of it is going to be made into these magnetic coils and circuit boards. So we need one of them. So we'll go up here and we'll start that line, I think. Look, we got a bunch of these too. So we're going to quit feeding them that way. We're actually going to feed them the opposite way. We're going to take all that. We're going to start going feeding them backwards here to the starting point. This is where we're running out of buildings already. So we're going to need, screw it, 10 more smelters. Because we probably will be needing those. And 2 more of those. So this is where we gotta start feeding more, hopefully more quickly, because that first one is absolutely getting demolished. We can even go down here. What I'll do is I'll go to the very last one. We're going to take a bunch of iron out of you, and we'll put it in that first one. So that way it's making this more efficient. Alright, so what we're gonna do... Oh, I'm gonna run out of mats too. I'm gonna have to build more of these. So as we're getting started, I'm actually going to remove that and take right here. So what I'm oh, that might be a lot longer than I thought. We're still waiting for these here to come out. Somehow we severed our connection here to the main power grid, so we gotta bolster that up. So out of our storage here, we're going to actually make things go up and over. So out of storage, do something like that. We're going to go up and over this storage here. And then we're going to make it come down back onto the grid on this side. And what that'll do is that will start our line for our circuit boards. So we'll have 5 more connectors here. It's going to flow in, gets out of here, and onto the circuit board route. Alright, so we finally got smelters. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think this might be one of those odd ones. See how here the border kind of shifted? So we might have to finagle this a little bit. Like I said, copper pieces are used less often, so I'm only going to do one. Oh, I don't even have any tracks anymore. I'm only going to do one of these. So I gotta somehow get that in there. See, make sure that one gets power. So we'll make it symmetrical right there. That way it looks symmetrical this way. And then here come in my mats. So we're gonna get belts running. There you go. And then we're going to get the copper in. Here comes the copper. So what I'm actually going to do here is a bit different because we're not going to be using it over in this main construction area. We're only going to be using it for more components on this side. I'm going to take the track this way. Oh, because I'm running out of items again. And since this one's going to just be kind of like a buffer, so I'm able to produce a bunch, I'm not going to tick it down by that one because it's only going to fill up if it's being used. So there's no buffer needed. It is just going to fill up as it comes. I don't think I need that extra bone there. Actually, these ones are being... Normally that's quick enough. So it actually looks like this back one's not even going to get used. Oh well, it will get eventually. And this one is not having power. Why? I know that's kind of a waste for right now, but we'll see. We'll probably make a the magnetic coil farm here. So I am gonna run out of belts again. So we're gonna look, so for belts we need gears and iron ingots. So instead of crafting it up from the raw materials here, what I'll do is I'll grab a stack of gears and a stack of iron ingots. They are already all filled up. And then we are going to craft a bunch of belts. Just like that. So we're going to start sending those iron blocks out this way. Make this a little bit more efficient. We're also going to have to get raw iron, so raw iron is going to continue funneling its way this way too. So I might take a bit out here. Instead of having another splitter, I'll just do this. Bring it here, and bring it around, and it's going to keep going down here because we're going to need to make those magnets. So we're taking all the iron from one source and splitting it equally 3 ways here between all 3 as needed. So we're going to save on space. Magnets are also kind of only used as products to make. So we're going to do this. We're going to craft up a to paste that down the line. Move these up to here. And on this side, we will have the storage for magnets. I might need to... What I'll do is I'll move this post closer here, that way I can get both there and there covered. I have to sneeze. And I think I also need a couple more production facilities. So this will go here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are going to be where the microchips are made. As you can see, to make a microchip, you need 2 iron ingots and 1 copper ingot. So we're just gonna copy that one. We're gonna run iron ingots from this side. That one's kind of on a slope there. I kind of like to run my factories tight, so everything's kind of condensed here, as you can see. Other people like to stretch them out, but I try and condense mine as much as possible. So I'll probably have to do this into a splitter somewhere here to get iron, but first let me finish up this magnet. That way we should be able to start making stuff here. I also have to find a way how to get my stone this way. Just build a ramp up and over for the stone bricks. And then these are going in here. Again, I'm not going to take down that space because these are just materials. So I'll just run my stone and coal up over in this section here. So now we're going to do because right, main fab for this is 2 and 1. So I need 2 more buildings. Just give me 2 more of those. What I'll do is I'm going to run storage here. I think I can fit, yeah, I'll be able to fit a path in there. So this is going to be for the output for the actual microchips. The input of copper is going to come right here. I just need to run it to that one. I still need, oh, I'm running out of raw materials in my inventory. So that's going in, that's going in, that's going in, that's going in, and this is going in. This one doesn't have electricity. How do I run it this way so it's even? There we go. Beautiful. Got quiet all of a sudden. We're in between songs, but you can just hear the hum of the furnaces as they smelt down my raw materials here. I think we're just gonna have to spend a couple minutes waiting on stuff to be made up, because I need, for these, I need 1 microchip, so we don't even have any of those. So I'm going to take a stack of these, a stack from here. We're going to make many microchips. There we go. Make a bunch of microchips, because if not, we'll use them anyway. I still have a bit of plant material that I'm going to take, actually, that. So I still have a bit of plant material. This is going to be my plant material storage, I guess, for mining those trees over there by the stone. I think I'm also gonna need, no, I got 95. So if I build my, so that will be, oh, it's almost perfect. Almost perfect. I almost did it perfectly, so I can just build straight. I think it's gonna have to be here. And I'll do 5 like that. And these are going to be in charge of building our magnetic coils. Take that. So I think I'm going to have to run this. So what I'm going to do here is actually pretty cool. With these splitters, you can actually change the way they look. So I'm going to press tab twice. Ooh, that doesn't work. Alright. I'm going to do a similar one. I'm just going to move it. Maybe. I don't know if that'll look any better, but maybe. So I'm going to take out of here. I'm going to move it over. Actually, I can do diagonals. Cover more distance. Okay. So it's going to go into here, and as you can see, it's moved up one level. So now, I should be able to take this. Oh, maybe not. I might have to move it back a little bit. Psych. Nix that. We're just going to do it here. So we're going to go with that one. 1, 2, 3. We're going to move it diagonally and then go into there. So now this can go straight onto this line. Straight down the line. So that'll be the rings, the magnets. Now this, from the second floor, we're going to go up to there. And then we're going to bring it back down onto the main level. Bring it down here. Then this one, we're going to keep it up. I'm going to shift it here. Just to there, and then we're going to bring it back down and connect it up there for copper. Oh gosh, did I run out of coal? I ran out of coal. I'm glad it reminds me, because I am right here. So we're going to take another 400 coal here. I know it's not good, but it's the only thing I got energy-wise right now. It's keeping me afloat. I am very much out of power. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit here for a second and let my mech charge back up. Alright, the mech is back up at 100% here. And stuff is starting to be put together. We need copper to start traveling. Magnets to start traveling. We also need electricity. Ooh. There's no... What do I need for these? Ooh, did I not make a bunch of these? Make a bunch of them, please. Thank you. So now that we got a bunch of these made, alright, and then copper in. So we can't make that in the center there because it's still on a slope here. It won't let me put it in. But now we should... Ooh, I'm gonna have to take from this side. So we're gonna take the product here, we're gonna move it down this line, and we're gonna put it into a storage right here. So it's not gonna let me make this condensed. Oh, dang it. Because it's on that break that fault line there. It's gonna be weird. Of course. So you know what? We'll do it like this. We'll make it a bit off center. I don't think there's gonna be no, maybe. Yes, it's just within that electrical zone. Ooh. Yeah, we are consuming a lot more power than we are generating. Oops. Well, not all of these should be running at the same time once we get it moving and everything up to snuff. So I gotta take this down. So I want to grab extra. There is some. Alright, those are moving. Alright, so now we need to get microchips moving. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. I believe... Oh geez. There's that electrical warning. Too much electricity is being used. Oh yeah, 185% of our electricity is being used. We are at 54% satisfied. Oh! Oh! Ooh, wind power is just not gonna cut it for much longer, but for right now, we can take a couple more of these. Ooh, we already are at 100. We're going to take a couple of those, and we are going to build a couple more wind towers. Just to help satisfy this little bit of construction here. Right on the little coast here, we're gonna do well with wind. So we'll put one out here. This is all connected to the grid, so it's all going to the power. Get them as close as possible. I think our stone bricks are all good. Yes, so we have enough stone bricks for everything. So stone bricks, literally, I'm gonna build them off here, build a straight path up here for them. What we're going to do next is we're going to hop into automating simple things. So what do we use a lot of? We use a lot of belts. So we're going to automate belts being built. And we're going to automate sorters because we use a lot of those too. Sorters being built. We're going to automate the assembling machines. We're going to automate the smelters. We're going to automate all these simple builds I use. I use a lot of splitters. Got to have those automated. I would like to eventually upgrade to the Mach. I think I should just upgrade everything to the Mach 3 because these take engines, which I haven't, or what are they called? If I go to my tech tree, I haven't unlocked them. Yeah, what are these called? Electric motors. I haven't even started building motors yet. These, ooh, we can do a bunch of these now that we have automatic. So we're going to add a bunch to our metal core here. So we just need a bit more. We're going to take 50 out of there. What these, so in our tech tree here, you can see up here we have upgrades, technologies. Technologies is what we're going to be using to upgrade our buildings, our manufacturing, our factories. Upgrades here is going to be some stuff for our upgrades like vertical capacity. So this means you can have 2 or more storage boxes, line inventory. So what that means is that each individual piece on the belts represents 2 pieces of material instead of 1. So it makes your belts run more efficient. But a lot of these are for mechs and stuff like blueprints here. Blueprints just makes you build things faster, and you can copy and paste your factories that you already have. So I think we should be able to do I can automatically build electronic motors, okay. And then we eventually need to get to blue blocks. So that'll be an eventual thing. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit, let materials gather, and then I'll come back and we will start building our main bus line here that will start building us our components. So I will see you guys in a bit. Alright everyone, welcome back. As you can see, we have been leaving our production system run, and the microchips here are about to fill up, and you'll be able to see the chain reaction as that is finally full. You'll see components start to stack up, and then everything should start to fill. We still need a bit more gears. Those will increase in production after the iron ingots are stopped being taken away from here, and you'll see the whole line back up. So what you want is kind of that still state, but know that your production will increase for others. Excuse me. So like over here, we're still running a little bit short, but this will fill up more quickly once the microchips are done, because that is the final. So as we get here, you'll see that number hit the 200, the last one, and then we should be able to watch the chain reaction. Alright, it's going to stop taking them in. They're going to start backing up. Now, I don't know how many microchips. Oh, these can hold a maximum of 20. So that one's already full. This one's going to stack up. You can see it's starting to stop production here, and this will also help on our power consumption. So these machines will be activated when demand is high again. As long as demand for microchips stays low, only one of them may have to be in operation at a time, as this line and this entire storage has been filled. So we'll watch it slowly start to back up here, and that means its inputs will also start to back up. So now microchips have stopped being produced, so the intake on this side is going to start backing up. Look at that. What did I tell you? See, the iron ingots are going to stop flowing ever so slowly here. They're going to wrap around, go down here. And as you can see, it'll stop. I don't know how much. Okay, so this still has to be filled in a bunch. But now that it's not being pulled from, this will have time to catch up. This should fill up rather quickly, because there are only stacks of 100, not 200 like the gears or the microchips, because these are more components where these are final products. So that's going to take some time to back up. Over on this end, the problem is here is I have my iron, I believe, split 3 ways. So that's what's kind of causing this bag log effect. As you can see, I'm pulling from all the iron storage here, but we're pulling out 3 at a time, and 1 of each is going to each of these lines. 1 is going straight to copper ingots, or 1 is going straight into iron ingots. This line here is responsible for iron ingots, and half of them go into the gears with the splitter on the far end. And then the other third of the iron goes down here to be made into magnets. Actually, I should turn these back on. I can turn, oh, no, don't want to see the power grid, but locations. There you go. That way you can see it easier here. So as I said before, the iron ingots made here, iron ingots, and then half of those iron ingots go into making gears and the other into the iron storage. The last third of the iron is going to come down here and goes into the magnets line. This magnets line should be increasing in production now, or at least I believe it should be increasing in production. Those magnets travel down here, which will then be made into magnetic coils on the far end. As I said before, copper really isn't a main issue. I don't think I will ever have a problem with copper flow. As you can see, it's already pretty much completely backed up, and we're only relying on this last one to feed the system. So as that case goes, we are running smoothly with copper, as you can see here. There's not much flow. Oh, there's no flow here because we just finished up building all the microchips that we can. So there's no flow here, so the only copper ingot demand that's coming out of this filter here is going to be for the magnetic coils. So in a couple minutes here, this is going to be filled up. This is going to be filled up, and I believe this is going to be filled up. So while we're waiting a bit longer for that, I'm going to, I think I have to build a couple more of the electric. So I'm going to snag a couple of those magnetic coils, and I'll have a few. So I'm going to grab 25 copper, 25 iron ingots out of here. We'll grab those, and then we'll grab 21, sure, that sounds good. That way we can make a couple of those because we are going to need them to power our main bus line here. As they're finishing off, we do need the stone component. I built up a bunch of belts. So what we're going to do down here is we're going to start bussing our stone over. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Then from that, I'm going to raise it. Probably a couple times because I do have to go over a couple things here, and I'm actually going to mine this tree. It's going to be in the way. So I am going to send it over and up because we're probably going to mine out this coal down here below eventually. So we'll need room for mining machinery. We're going to run this, I believe that's a straight line. Yeah, we're going to run it right along that line there. And then bring it back to because there's room here. I believe that's the line we want. Yep, so that's a straight line. And then we're going to bring it back down here. As of right now, I don't have any plans really for this little area. So I might just leave it like this. I'm trying to think. Maybe I could do some of the simpler components over here in this side bay, stuff that I don't need a lot of. So like what takes, I believe the only thing that takes stone is storage. Arc smelters take stone, so I was wrong. Maybe I'll just bring it this way. I'll just bring it like this. So let the drone boys here finish some of this. I should be able to upgrade my mech just a little bit with basic components. We don't have steel beam yet. We can unlock this. This will allow us to have blueprints. I'll go over and grab 100 circuit boards. Increase power. We'll probably want that. And this. So I'm going to activate a couple of these and try and complete them real quick here. At least stuff that do not need the blue cubes. I don't know. We might not be able to do that one yet. Do I have? No, I don't have them researched, and they need blue cubes. So we're going to wait and do all the matrix research here in a bit. So we're going to send the stone on over. See if the backup has occurred yet. I think I might need to let it sit a tad bit longer. Yeah, still about, what, 900 iron ingots to go. Should go relatively quickly here. That's about done. That's about good. I mean, I guess I can start. So what I'm going to do is we are going to start. I think I'm going to run 3 belts on the right side. So 1, 2, 3. So I have to build them right. I'll move it up 1. So this is going to be my main bus line. First thing we're going to automate, we know we want a lot of them, is going to be belts. Belts. So belts are going to be automatically made. We need sorters. Sorters, another thing that we use a lot of. And then also on the logistics end, we are going to want the splitter. Then we're going to make our two main things. So we're going to want our smelters and our assemblers to be automated. What else on here? We use a lot of the, for right now, these might change these two. For right now, we're using wind turbines a lot for our power, and we want Tesla coils being made. I got 3 more. What else? What else can I make here? Oh, we don't even have storage. So before the Tesla coil here, we're going to prioritize storage, and then we'll do windmill. And then after all that, we'll do a mining machine. Right there. I think, is that everything? Let me take a look. So the main ones here. One, we got this to start, we got this second, yep, we got this third, yep, we use a lot of those. Alright, the matrix lab, we are going to have to add a component. So that's what we'll add here on the end. That is going to have a glass component added. So we'll add that to the end, and I'll show you how to make glass. We'll have to use a couple things first. But pretty much what I'm going to do here is we're going to make bus lines for our materials. So we're going to have 3 materials coming down this side. 1, 2, and 3. Do I know that all these belts are necessary for each one of these? Not necessarily. And on the other side we'll have 2, and then our storage for each one. So we'll run this down all the way. 1, 2. You can see why I crafted up a bunch of belts. And then on this side, we'll have our storage for each one of these. I'm going to use so much power with this. Building all this stuff. So we're gonna sit here, let the drones do their work. I need to grab 100 of these. Thank you. Put that in my inventory, let that do the research, and then we're going to let these drones continue here. So the other thing too is I don't need an entire storage box full of belts. I may someday need that, but for right now they stack, and I believe stacks of 300, so I'd say 900 belts max. For sorters, I'll do 2 of them. I think they come in stacks of 300 as well, 600 sorters. Splitters, I don't know how many come in a stack, so I'm just going to do 1. Same with arc smelters. So these things, all the buildings pretty much, I just need 1 stack of them being made at a time. Storage, 1 stack. These, 1 stack. This, 1 stack. Miners, 1 stack. And I haven't placed this one yet. There it goes. This one for the matrix lab, 1 stack. So my guess is that I'm going to put stone on this far one because it is the least used material. I believe I can... So I believe I only need stone this far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so I know it there, stone's going to be the third one to go in. So for right now, stone's line is going to end here. Alright, so I'm going to bring stone and route it here. So I know stone is needed for what? For arc smelters, bang, and for storage. Is it needed for anything else right now? I believe I'm not building this. Nope, nope. Arc smelter and storage. So that's as far as the stone line is going to go. And I'm going to have to bring glass in over here. So these other two bottom ones are going to be gears, probably closest, and iron will be at that middle one. So time to start taking that stuff out. How we want to do this. Alright, so actually I'll probably do microchips first. I'll take microchips out here, take them here, do a little ramp trick. So with the ramp, I should be able to, you have to build, I should lift one space. If you leave a space, you can kind of cheat the system here. You can go up by one. And then if you, oh, there's the new research for the blueprints. So what you can do is you can make it really tight against that by doing that. And that way it's a little hump you get. Just barely clears that. So we will bring those straight over here. We'll just do it like that. We're going to need more belts already. These are going to go here. And what we'll do is we'll just use one sorter for right now. Oh no. Oh shoot. I ran out of energy. Oh. Cole, you're so far away. Come on, alright. Alright, so I have energy now. We're gonna let that charge up. But this is gonna slowly fill that line. Okay, now that we can actually place things. There we go. I think I'm gonna need another power source down here. Yep. So that's gonna take those, fill up those lines back there. And we know we're gonna need more belts right off the bat. So what do we need? I think for belts, we need the other two that we don't have, of course. So we're pretty much going to do the same thing here. So we're going to take our gears. Ah, crap, I'm going to run out. Break. So we're going to build a bunch of belts real quick. 60 should hold us over. We're going to do that same little trick here. We're going to run them up to here. We're going to do my little trick. I think I'm standing in the way of it. There it goes. We're going to demolish this end of it, and then we're going to bring it back. And then we're going to route it directly over to this one. And then we're going to fill that line up. Beautiful. Keep it going. And then we want the iron. Going to bring that over here. I think I might need... I don't know if I'm going to be able to finagle this one. It's going to be tight. Ooh, but I can if I do it like this, and then cut to that. And then it's going to be really weird. It's going to be at an angle. Oh yeah. Just so we can, you know what? I should have ran all of those flat and then ran the stone up and over. That would have been a much simpler solution. But you know, we don't always do things simply. So we're gonna start emptying that out here too. So now we should have all the materials we need to run to the bus line. So, from our materials for belts, we're going to need those gears, and we're going to need those iron, and then that should automatically make. So we're going to run the back one into storage, right? Ah! The one thing I forgot. Power. So we got to power these somehow. Where can I get the most? So I'm going to need one there. And then I'm going to need one down here, right here. And then one more here at the very end. So now all these facilities down here have power. And as you can see, we are automatically making some belts. Sick. So sorter, same thing. We need one from this side. So we're gonna need an iron and then a microchip from the other side. We're going to put that in here. Put those into storage. Sorters, what do we need for sorters? Gears, microchips, and iron ingots. Iron ingot, gear, microchip, and then to storage. For a smelter, we are going to need, a lot for this one. So both microchip, magnetic coil, and then it said, I know we need stone and then iron. Beautiful. Those are going to start being produced. Then for assembler, gear, iron, so gear, iron. Oh, did I run out of... See, now when I run out of sorters, I can just click on this box, take, hey look, I got 26 that are automatically being made. Beautiful. I need iron and a microchip. Oh, sorry, I can't walk through. Oh. Beautiful. Storage, I think I just need two things, iron and stone, so that's only going to come up. That Tesla tower is going to block me. So we got stone, then we got iron. For the Tesla tower, we need iron. As you can see, iron is the main consumable good here, so iron ore. So we need one of these, one of these. Oh, I forgot to put storage boxes into storage. What am I missing? Oh, did I put the wrong thing in? Yeah, I did. I put microchips in instead of coils. So now we're going to put coils in. There we go. For the wind turbines, we're going to need coils, gears, and iron. For mining machines, we need iron ore. So we pretty much need everything left. We need this, we need this. Oh, Tesla coil got in the way again. And then we need this, and then put those into storage. And I forgot to again put those into storage. And last but not least, the matrix research. What do I need? Okay, so I need iron. I need one from here, one from here. We're gonna put that into storage, and then we need iron. I don't know if I need gears for anything else past this point too. So the only thing we're missing on this is glass, but I think I'm going to wait for that for the next episode. So I'm going to, oh, I guess I can do one last thing. I'm gonna finish up this manual research here. So we will let that go. And as we're finishing off the episode, oh, it looks like I forgot to put these into storage as well. So when we come back next time, we have all of our materials here being automated. So everything from our belts, our sorters, up to our assemblers, smelters, even up to our mining machines have been made automatic. So building and producing larger factories as we go. So that is all I have. In the next episode, we are going to be working on our research. We're going to build one of these matrix makers. What are these things called? Matrix labs. We're going to build our matrix lab, and we are going to start looking at exploring the further technologies once we can make the blue matrix automated. So thank you all for joining me, and I will catch you guys all in the next video. Have a good night. Peace.
Let me turn